So I found some of this I Love This Yarn brand in the cobblestone ivory print, and it took me a little bit to find because they only had 3 skeins of it left, so it was kind of hidden. But I found it, and the one thing I did notice, it's a very pretty yarn because it has that variegated multiple colors. But I did notice, even though this is a number 4 medium weight yarn, it is on the more thicker side of that number 4. So sometimes this can be an issue. Like compared to this is a I Love This Yarn brand too, but in a different collection, and it's thinner than the cobblestone ivy. So it is, so you sometimes just have a little more issue, even though they all say it's number 4 medium weight, they're different thicknesses. So a few things I do, if you're going to pull through the middle of the skein like this, if it is too tight, sometimes it's better, one, you just either want to pull up your yarn to get some slack, or even roll it in a ball, or use it in a cake maker. The other thing I like to do is I get a bowl, and I find that this works really well to help with tension. And this is just a serving basket that I have. I had it, and it works really well for my yarn. And either I can put the skein in there and I can have the yarn pull through the little hole, or even if I roll it in a ball or I cake the skein, it works really well. Put it in a bowl and then put it on the ground right in front of your machine. And that sometimes, just that on the ground and having it being pulled up, gives it that extra tension that the machine likes. So try that. That seems to be the best thing. So what I'm making is a ear warmer headband. So I did some waste yarn, and now I'm going to add this yarn to it, and I have it right in the middle hole of my tensioner, and then I'm also using my hand to help give it that tension as well. And I can kind of feel if it's too tight when it's trying to pull out of the middle of that skein. I pull up some yarn up, kind of that slack, and then I'm hand cranking it, and that seemed to work really well. So sometimes you need to pull up that slack so it's not just pulling it out of the skein. If you're having a lot of issues, roll it in a ball and then try putting it on the ground. Hopefully that helps. Sometimes I just have issues with yarn sometimes too, and I don't understand why. So I'll just put it away for a while, and then I'll come back to it on a later day. I'll do some other projects that with yarn I know that works to kind of help, like if I'm frustrated, that seems to make it worse. So if I come back on another day when I'm relaxed, then it seems to be I have more patience when working with a more difficult yarn. And then if there's some yarn where it's too thick and it just locks up my machine altogether, I will just save that for a crocheting project. I don't knit, but you could like hand knit it, or you could crochet it, or do something else with it if it just refuses to work on the machine. So I hope that helps. Sometimes machines are a little bit of divas when it comes to the yarns that they like or don't like, but hopefully these little bit of tips will help with your project. So thank you everyone so much for watching and liking and following my channel. I appreciate all the comments, and happy crafting.